Hello to everyone joining. I'm just waiting for the feed to connect to the Facebook group. Looks like it's there. Amazing. Here we go. It's going live. Let me know if you are here. Let me know if you're here or if you're watching on replay. Pop a hashtag replay. That'd be really cool. Um, Day 4. I can't believe it's day 4 already of Wealth Activation Week. And honestly, if this has even made you think something differently, then I'm going to urge you to come to my live event because what we're doing this week is really scratching the surface. Although it's deep work, there's a lot more depth to it. And you may have seen earlier in the group that I've posted that I'm actually going to be reducing the size of the group so that the people that are in the group are the people that are showing up for this type of thing, the people that are connecting with the posts, even if it's just liking or loving them, even if it's not what's it called, engaging, that's absolutely fine. But what I want to do is curate our community. In the past it was about getting as many people in as possible, and that felt good. Like saying to people I've got a group of 3,200 people felt really good. Now what I'm focusing on is serving the people that want the service. So like it's really important that I don't feel like I'm asking a lot. If you're in the group, then all I ask is that once a year minimum you like a post, and that way I can see that you're still in the room, so to speak, rather than it just being another group that you have joined. This is a real shift in the way that I'm going to be working over the next 3 years. Like I said, it was about having big numbers, and now I feel like I've evolved through that, and it's now about having the right numbers and the right. When I say numbers, I mean lovelies in the group, yeah, because it absolutely breaks my heart when people aren't connected to the work, even if it's just very, very loosely. So you would have seen that. And so I can't remember where I was going with this, but anyway, like this really, although it's quite deep work that we're doing here, it really is only scratching the surface. So if you have in any way been inspired or triggered by the work that we have done here in Wealth Activation Week, then I highly recommend you join my Day of Money, which is here in Eastleigh. I know for some of you it's quite a long way, but I promise you it'll be worth it. We've had people coming from Scotland, from Wales. We even had someone that was flying in from the States, and unfortunately she can't make it now, but she was going to fly from the States to come to the event. So like it's worth it, I promise you. And you know what? I'll also feed you. I'll also feed you a lovely warm meal as well. So come and join us. I'm just going to pop the link into the chats for you. Don't leave it any longer. There is a payment plan. You can get on this live event, this live in-person event, from just, I think it's £38 or something tiny like that. And like I say, it's a payment plan. Hello, Charlotte. But come and join us. Come and join us. There's when you spend time doing this work, you will transform. That's pretty much guaranteed. Like, come and do it. Come and do it. If you're scared, just come and do it, because I guarantee you the other people coming are feeling uncomfortable about it as well, but they're looking forward to it because they know they're going to leave feeling different. Okay? Because I know that my skill level, my knowledge level, my connection is so much deeper than it was 2 years ago when I did an event, and that event was incredible. And that's not just me saying that, that's what everyone else said as well. So don't miss out, because I'm not going to be doing live events like this for the next 3 years. It's not in my business plan. So if you want more of this, to go deeper, to really explore your specific challenges, then come to the live event. But anyway, let's start with Wealth Activation Week, day 4. Yesterday, we talked about the type of relationship that you had with money. And we talked about whether you were avoidant, whether you were grounded, or whether you were aloof. And in all honesty, you probably more than one of them at different times of your life, possibly even different points in your cycle. And what affects you like emotionally, could affect your relationship with money and vice versa. Today, we are going to talk about um, something that I have mentioned and I have gone into on Wealth Activation Week, but I felt that it was so important. I wanted to dedicate a whole session to it. Just seeing Kirsty said she can't make it. She's really sad she can't make it to the event 'cause she's in New York for the marathon. We'll let you off, Kirsty. That sounds like a very good thing to do. It would have been amazing to have you there. Um, okay. So, yay, Gina's here as well, and Annette's here. Amazing. Lovely, lovely. If you are here live, say hello. If you're on replay, just drop a hashtag replay, and then we'll know that you are here doing the work, which is incredible. So, Wealth Activation Week, day 4. As I said, we looked at the relationship with money the day before, but what I wanted to talk about today was that piece that I mentioned earlier in the week about how long you actually allow yourself to feel good. And this isn't just about money, actually. I feel like it's much more noticeable with money, but it actually happens with our emotions. When something good happens, how long do you allow that good feeling for? Now, I know I asked you this, I think it was day 1 or day 2, but let me know in the comments, whether you're live or on replay, when something good happens, like a big chunk of money comes your way, how long do you allow yourself to feel excited and happy for? I really, I really feel that this topic is worth repeating and going deeper in, because this is again shining a light on the darkness, on the struggle that we feel inside of us. So just let me know, how long do you allow yourself to feel proud, happy, excited when you get a nice big chunk of money? Hi Colette, hi Chantel. Amazing. I know every time I have a launch, I go through an incredible roller coaster ride of, oh, this launch is a failure. That's normally before I've even started. No one's buying. And then, oh, people are coming in. And then when I look back, I always do really well in the challenge launches. They're my favorite way of launching. And I find that I forget, like, I every time a sale comes in, I celebrate, and then I'm immediately like, yeah, but what about the next one? What about the, yeah, but what if no one else buys? And it's almost like a split second, yeah? It's almost like a split second. I allow myself to celebrate for a split second, and then I'm like, yeah, yeah, but yeah, no, I want this one to be better. Do you know what I mean? So I want us to really think about how long you allow yourself to feel happy that something has happened. Kirsty says, quick to move on, always feel like I'm behind where I think I should be. Yeah. Annette says, probably not long enough. Definitely not long enough, Annette. Mel says, just fleeting for the good stuff, but the feelings around the crappy stuff linger for ages. Never noticed, right? Hit the nail on the head there, Mel. Like, our default setting as human beings is negative. All right. Now, that doesn't mean you're a negative person, but our default, as animals, our default setting is negative, because it's about staying alive. Even though we're largely at the top of the food chain, there are still creatures above us, right? And so, like, we're on high alert. We're like, "Oh, where's the next threat coming from?" And this is part of us that hasn't evolved over time. And a lot of the instinctual stuff hasn't evolved. We suffer from more anxiety than ever, and yet we have less to be anxious about. So it's like this evolution that hasn't happened to us. Our bodies might have changed, our brain power might have evolved, but our, like, nervous system, our, like, always on high alert system doesn't seem to have changed that much, especially if you are a highly sensitive person or empathic or both, right? So let's just pop over to Facebook and see if there's any comments in there. Charlotte's doing quite well here. A few days, yeah, that's really good, Charlotte. Because for most of us, it's momentarily. Chantal, not very long, then move on, right? Right? And so, like that feeling of excitement is the feeling of abundance. Yeah. And that is the vibration that ideally we would love to be on. Yeah. When we say we want to have more money in our lives, we want to have more abundance in our lives, ideally, we want to be on that vibration. Like all the time. If we could feel that vibration all the time, we would want for nothing. Like we would think it and it would arrive. It was, it was so fast. It would be so fast. That feeling is like the door opening. Okay. And that's when we go, oh, I've not been in there before. Oh, oh, oh. And we run away from it. We slam the door and go, oh no. And we go back to the bias of our system, which is negative. Yeah. Fear. What happens if, oh, now I've got that money, now I've got to find a way to store it. What if someone takes it from me? What if I lose it? What if I blow it? What if I can't be trusted? Yada yada yada. Do you know what I mean? I mean, our minds, we think so many of us say we're not creative. Our minds are so freaking creative. The stories they come up with is incredible. Okay. And right, here's the thing, right? When we do that, when we run away, we shut down that doorway to abundance. And it is like a literal doorway. If we could just hold that feeling, everything would be easier. Now, the good news is, the good news is if we could hold that feeling for 1 minute a day, like really tune into that, this is so amazing feeling, we could manifest in a way that, okay, we wouldn't be able to think it and it would arrive, but it would speed things up. Now, I am going to do a masterclass later on this year on something called the Magic Minute. Okay. And it is all about holding that joyful, abundant feeling for a minute each day, which sounds so easy. But let's just try it right now. Okay. Now, some of you might find this hard. I used to find feeling joy quite hard, and I've been reconnecting with that over the years. Firstly, just see if you can create a feeling of joy. Like, there you go. I did it in my heart just fluttered. Oh my goodness. And just see how long you can hold that feeling for. Mine's already gone. It was a few seconds. Try it again. There we go. Oh, it's gone again. So I can hold it for a few seconds without losing it. Okay. And holding it for a minute doesn't seem like long, but it is a practice that you have to build up from. It's almost like a handstand, right? Doing a handstand, getting upside down is hard. And then holding you can hold it for a second and then 2 seconds and you build up to it. Okay. So I am going to be running a masterclass on that, the thing called the Magic Minute. Um, it's come back again now. No, it's gone. I and I'm not surprised with me because I shut down joy. I for the longest time I haven't felt joy, and it's something I feel quite emotional talking about this. So I'm working on feeling it, and it's really reassuring to feel that actually coming in. Yeah. So when we can hold that feeling for longer, we can hold the door open longer. We can allow more wealth. When I say wealth, I mean health, I mean well-being, I mean happiness. All the things that mean wealth to you, and money. Like we don't have to discount money. It's not selfish to want money. We can welcome all of that in, and it becomes much easier. Yeah. So you know I want you to just notice when something good happens. Firstly, do you even notice it? Or do you do like Kirsty said, like just quickly move on? That's definitely what I do, especially in a launch. Especially in the launch. I go, yay, someone bought. Oh, then what if no one else buys? Yeah, well, what if no one else buys? Then you'd be a failure, right? These are the stories that my mind tells me. Yeah. Okay. Who would be interested in that masterclass, by the way, the Magic Minute? Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in developing that. And let me know if holding that lovely vibration that actually scares us a little bit, but we could get used to, the magic minute would be something that you'd be interested in. Kirsty's in. Kirsty's in. Yeah, yeah. So I'm just going to pop that on my. I'm going to put that on my definite list. Where is it? Here it is. So I've got a system. Magic minute. There we go. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah. Cool. Who says that? Who says love it? Love it. Love it? Oh, I think it's Cherish, isn't it? Out of the Bake Off, not the professional Bake Off. Uh, anyway, so most of us have a limit on how much happiness, abundance, and joy we can tolerate. Okay. And for many of us, and I'm not saying it's all of you, some of you may be able to hold that joy, that happiness, that abundance much longer. But for many of us, it's fleeting. We're talking seconds, minutes, maybe a day, right? Um, like that is not very long at all. When you think in the grand scheme of things, the opposite of that is that negative voice going, yeah, but what if? Yeah, but what if? Yeah, but what if? Oh, do you know, our minds, they do hold us up, don't they? But we can change them. I promise you, we can change them. Literally having a conversation with one of my wealthy withiners today, and it was uncomfortable for her because of what she was uncovering in the content, and like she felt so expansive doing it as well. Like, this is the thing, when we can expand our ability to hold joy and happiness and abundance, we expand our capacity to hold money. Yeah, because it's the same level vibration. Okay, so this is something that's really interesting. We have a psychological pattern which I call energetic zeros. Now, these energetic zeros can also apply to joy and abundance, these feelings. I don't talk about those so much, but you can have this energetic zero where you're only allowed to feel good for a certain number of seconds, minutes, days. Yeah. And that means that we can move that ceiling because we can move energetic zeros. Yeah. What happens when we have joy and abundance is part of our mind thinks, I don't deserve that, or I can't handle that. And you can't handle it because you haven't experienced it for longer than a few moments before. And we have to stretch that comfort zone. And here's the thing, when we go past the level that we feel we're comfortable with, we start sabotaging ourselves and we bring back ourselves to the level that we feel comfortable with, the normal level. And there's an amazing book by a guy called Gay Hendricks, and it's literally, I think it's called The Big Leap. And what he talks about is this upper limit problem, and how it's been proven that we manifest unknowingly situations that bring us back to where we're comfortable. Like when you get a big chunk of money, like it's a tax rebate of a few grand, and then your car breaks down and it's almost exactly the same amount of money. Yeah. That is an upper limit problem. That is an energetic zero. It's like, oh crap, can't have excess money. Excess doesn't feel comfortable for me. We just need to go back to where we're actually comfortable. Yeah. So if you haven't read that book, The Big Leap, it's got a goldfish bowl and a goldfish jumping out of it. I'd really recommend doing that because like when I heard the story, when I heard like, yeah, well, you probably manifested that. I was like, that's crap, even though I know that I'm always manifesting. Read the book and it explains how it works. Really, really powerful. We also have a fear of losing joy. We have a fear of losing abundance. We have a fear of losing happiness. Now, this came up for me in the early years of my relationship with Mark. I was so scared that I was going to lose the happiness that I had, that I locked it away. I stopped myself. I started looking for problems. Yeah. And there was a really bumpy part of our relationship. I don't think it was bumpy for Mark because he's solid, but I felt bumpy and I felt like this is too good for me. I can't be this happy, this supported, this loved. Yeah. And that is in a big part due to my upbringing, and that was my level. Like, I went through so many times where I'd literally wake up in the morning, go and sit on the toilet and think, "I need to leave. I need to leave." There was no reason why I needed to leave other than I was scared that this happiness might go away. So instead of losing it out of my, outside of my control, at least I could control it if I chose to lose it. Yeah, and I know that sounds a little bit strange, but it makes sense when you think about it from your brain's point of view. Avoid pain at all costs, avoid danger at all costs. And sometimes that means going backwards and taking a different route. Yeah. Oh, that's a bit scary. Let's go back. Let's go back. We'll just reverse. Yeah. So, how has anyone done that before? Had something good and felt it was too good and they were scared of losing it, so they pulled away from it? Doesn't matter if it's money or anything like that. This is what actually a lot of jackpot winners with the lottery do. And I did a live, it's a little while ago now, with Kim Uzel, who used to work for Camelot, and she used to work with millionaire jackpot winners. And this is absolutely true. Like, there's like this fear that it will go, and so they just blow it. They blow it. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah. So that is in play as well. Oh, Gina. Yeah, Gina said she was setting a cap on her income this week. Really interesting, isn't it? Really interesting when you see it like this. Yes, Annette says she's done it with her relationships. Yeah. Mm. And because the way we do money is the way we do everything, you will be doing it with money as well. So if I gave you, I don't know, if I gave you £100,000, part of you would be like, oh, that's too good to be true. We're going to reverse out of that somehow, even though like your conscious mind is going, that's freaking amazing. Yeah, it's all about what's behind your conscious mind. Yes, your conscious mind can guide you, but if your programming behind that is so strong, it's always going to go in the other direction. It's like pointing a car in that direction and actually it's going in that direction. Yeah. We can reprogram your capacity to feel good. You can expand your upper limit by intentionally allowing yourself to feel joy, abundance, and love without immediately trying to rationalize it or shrink it or take it away or move on to the next problem. Okay. And the goal is to hold that feeling and let your body just get used to feeling those higher levels of goodness. And that's how I reconnected with my joy. I thought about a joyous moment. I actually thought about a joyous moment that turned into fear and dread, and that was the day that I my son was a baby. I can't remember how old he was, but I all of a sudden realized how fortunate I was, how perfect he was, and still is. Um, and oh my God, what if I lost him? Yeah. Do you see the pattern there? And so I started thinking about that. And what I tried to do was just hold myself in that moment of he's so perfect. This is so perfect. And because I was doing it consciously, I kept coming back to it. You watched me do it just then. I went, I'm gonna think of joy. There it is. Oh, it's gone. I noticed that it's gone. So then I go back, joy. There we go. The more you feel it, the longer you'll feel it. And it's a practice, and it does depend on, how switched off you are from joy. And that can depend on your trauma, your upbringing, but it can be reconnected. So I know I haven't done this practice enough because I was getting to the point where I could hold it for about 2 or 3 seconds. So you can reprogram it. Write in your diary or in your phone, like, if you avoid doing this, you're avoiding doing this. Let me just say that. Pop in your phone an alarm or an event that just says joy. And just for a minute, and you're not going to be able to hold it for a minute, but just for a minute, go, I'm going to feel joy. What makes me joy? Rabbits jumping in a field or hares. I love hares. Oh, and you feel that, and then it's gone. And then you think about hares again, and you just practice that for a minute. Practice it for a minute, and your body will get used to feeling that feeling. As I said, I'm going to go much deeper into this in the magic minute, but like practice it. And as I said, if you avoid putting this in your diary, you're avoiding doing this. Okay. I'm calling it out. I'm doing tough love from now on. Don't avoid it if you want things to change. Yeah. I know it's not easy. I know your ego, your conscious mind is going to come up with all the excuses. How do I know that? Because it happens to me as well. But if you are here to make a difference in your life or those around you and those around you, do this. It's 1 minute of your life each day. And oh my goodness, it's 1 minute working on feeling joy. Could there be anything more perfect? Could there be anything more perfect? Who here thinks they're going to do? Oh, no, no, no. I'm not going to say that. Who here is going to do this? Who here is going to work on expanding their ability to receive joy, abundance, love, happiness, health? Who's going to do that? I'm going to put it in my calendar because I've just realized I'm saying if you don't put it in your calendar, it's not going to happen. And it hasn't been in my calendar. And as I said, I haven't done it for a little while. So I'm out of practice. Look at that. Look at that. Healer, heal thyself, right? Oh dear. I do make myself chuckle sometimes. Oh dear. Oh dear. So just know that even if you have shut off joy, you can reconnect with it. The reason you've shut it off is for very sensible reasons. There's nothing wrong with you. Like there's nothing wrong with you if you shut off joy or abundance or happiness. There's nothing wrong with you. You just need to open the door again, and it's probably been stuck for a long time. Yeah, so just peek through it every now and then. Yeah, Mel's going to do this. Yeah, Annette, things need to change. This is a good way to start. It's a beautiful way to start. Yes, Kirsty's got an 11:11 alarm. Yeah, just stop and incorporate that. Amazing. Amazing. These simple things that we do every day, I know they're hard because it's about being consistent. But if you are committed to doing these things and making these changes, it's the little things that make a difference. In Wealthy Within, and in my sacred wealth alignment one to one, there is work to be done every single day. It only takes like 5 minutes, 10 minutes at most, and they have to do it. Otherwise, they're not going to get what they need. They will get shifts, but they won't get the big shifts that they want, right? So let's just spend a moment. Let's find a nice, comfortable seat. We're going to do a little activation. Okay. And do not worry if you can't feel it. If you can't feel it yet, just imagine what it feels like. And if you can't imagine it, just imagine the closest thing you can feel to it right now. Okay, don't beat yourself up. Like I say, there's nothing wrong with you if you can't feel joy and happiness. It's just that you've locked it away there will be a very sensible reason for it in your mind. Okay, we're just going to unlock that door. We might have to dust it off and dig it out a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so find somewhere nice and comfortable. And like I said, we're going to work on just very quickly, just in a moment, expanding your capacity for joy, abundance, and feeling good, right? So, when we breathe in my world, I remind you that when you breathe in, you need to expand your tummy. Okay. Many of us with trauma, and I do attract a lot of people with trauma. If you haven't got trauma, I'm firstly, congratulations. And secondly, don't worry, you're still welcome here. um, when we have like dysregulation that's related to trauma, what can happen is when we breathe in, it goes the wrong way. So, like we breathe in, but our tummy goes in. So, I want you to focus in my world when you're in my world. So, just when I say breathe in, let your tummy expand with your lungs. Okay. So, deep breath in, tummy expands. And as you breathe out, your tummy just naturally returns to where it was. And it might feel a bit forced to begin with, but you will get more comfortable with doing it. Breathe in and let your tummy go. Okay, one more time. Take a nice deep breath in, feel your tummy, and release. Like I said, it might feel a little bit weird, but it does come easier. And if you feel called, just close your eyes. And if you don't want to close your eyes, just let your eyes drop into a soft focus. You don't need to see me, you just need to hear me. And your mind might wander, but just let it, just assume and trust that it's going to get what it needs from this. Sometimes when we're relaxed, our subconscious mind shuts off from something, and you may need to repeat it over and over. So I want you to think about a moment when you felt abundant, joyful, happy, when you felt free. And it might only have been a split second, or it might have been a year, a week. It could have been anything. And if you can't recall a moment, just imagine one. One that you could use is like, I'm not a massive fan of putting everything on the lottery, but imagine you won the lottery. And that moment, oh, when you get that email, just imagine how it feels so great. And I want you to breathe that feeling in and make it even bigger. Oh my goodness, that's so exciting. Oh my goodness, everything changes in this moment of joy. Feel how it feels to feel or imagine the joy. Notice what happens around your heart or imagine it. Notice what happens in your lungs and your face. Wow, feels so incredible. I don't know if you heard me there, but as I breathed out, I went, wow. Now I want you to see if you can expand that feeling, that moment, whatever it is that you're picturing or imagining. See if you can push it out from your heart. How far can you push it out into your body? How far can you push it out into your arms and your legs? How far can you push it out into your energy, through your energy? This feels so good. I love it. Woo. And just notice if you feel a tug physically, energetically, or mentally, can you hear the yeah buts? And you're just like, I'm not having that today. I'm just enjoying this. Oh, how wonderful. Just push anything that comes in like that. Breathe it in and just push it out. And let yourself sit with this feeling for as long as you can. And for some of you, it will be a wonderful long session. And for others, it might just be like, now's the time. I'm coming back, Eloise. So we don't have to overdo this. We don't have to overwhelm and overload our systems. In fact, it's better if we do it bit by bit. So for now, knowing you can come back to this recording for a little while, place your hands on your heart and just say, I allow myself to feel incredible. I'm expanding my capacity for joy and abundance. Let it just settle into your heart. I allow myself to feel good. I expand my capacity for joy and abundance. I allow myself to feel good. I expand my capacity for joy and abundance. Let it settle into your heart. Take a lovely deep breath in, filling your tummy. Breathe out. I don't know about you, but I don't want to leave. But the amazing thing is that when we do this type of work, the universe feels it. It feels our vibration and it's already responding to us. So, in a moment, you're going to come back to yourself. Just feel your feet, feel the chair or the bed that you're on supporting yourself. Bring awareness back to your body, roll your shoulders, wriggle your fingers and your toes. Come back fully conscious to my voice. Take another beautiful deep breath in and stretch as you breathe out and come back. And as I said, that may have been easier for some of you than others. And if you found it hard, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just out of practice. We've got to uncover that door, unstick it. How was that for everyone? I friggin' loved it. I was like, that's wonderful. I didn't want to come out of that. I feel really proud of myself for being able to do that. I've never, like, that was on the fly. Oh, I love that, Ruth. Ruth got up and was dancing around feeling so amazing, so much joy. Yes, yes, amazing. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Anyone else? Are you all still there experiencing it? Oh, yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. I need to stop saying that. It's annoying me that I'm saying that. So that is a little practice that you can or incorporate into your daily routine, just that breathing that joy in just for a moment. And like I said, like just imagine it. If you can't feel it, just imagining it. Just imagine how it would feel. Yeah. Okay. So that was Wealth Activation Day 4, which absolutely loving doing these sessions. I'm definitely going to do this again for you. Um, so I feel amazing now. I feel really zingy. Rosalba says, I feel very expanded and content. Would not say happy, but content and safe. That's a big shift, Rosalba, isn't it? That is a big shift. So that's amazing. Mel said those words really caught in my throat. I found them really difficult to get them out. So defo something I'll be doing again. Yes. They said this comes up a lot, especially when we do the therapy part of the money work in Wealthy Within and Sacred Wealth Alignment. Often it can be really hard to say these amazing things to yourself. Well done for spotting that, Mel. All it means is that there's a bit of a block there, and practice and repetition will make it easier. One thing that I get to do with my one-to-one clients is I lead them through an amazing process, and they reparent their inner child, and they say things like, you are loved more than you will ever know. And that's honestly the hardest thing for most people to say to themselves, like genuinely say to themselves or their inner child. Even though it's true, actually saying it sticks in their throat. And all we need to do is just hold space for it and recognize there's nothing wrong. We've just shut down certain emotions, certain feelings, and certain abilities, and we've done that to protect ourselves and keep ourselves safe. But it is safe to be abundant. It is safe to have happiness. It is safe, like me, it is safe for me to be in this healthy, happy relationship. I've looked like my arms are disappearing. Look. um, like that's the expansion. Yeah. Yeah, Mel says definitely will. Thank you. I've made a lot of progress, but still a way to go. Mel, that is the default setting, no matter where you are on your money journey. So it improves as we do more of this. And then we also need to keep going. Yeah. Because one of the weirdly wonderful things about connecting to abundance, especially with money, is that actually it's this phrase that came out in COVID, and that is you up level and that becomes your new normal. And you experience at a higher level similar thoughts and feelings. Yeah, but it's at a higher level. This Claire talked about this in the video that she did with me in the challenge, and she talks about, she still has the same things going on, but now instead of struggling, she's actually making loads and loads of money. but the struggle is still the not the struggle, but the issues that come up, the challenges that come up are still the same. So you have to keep working on them. Now, of course, it is much easier to work on them when you've got a higher baseline. But our minds just get really comfortable. It's like me now. I've got this zero of earning 5 figures every month. Yeah. 5 figures every month comes in, and that's just my new normal. Now I want to increase that. I've got to do the work over and over again. Yeah. It's like yoga. It's like yoga. It's never done. It's never done. And that is both annoying because we all want quick fixes and we want once and done. Let's face it. But it's also like, for me, this work is a journey back to ourselves. And we have spent centuries, whether you believe in epigenetics, whether you believe in past lives. I mean, you have to believe in epigenetics, it's scientifically proven now, isn't it? But whether you believe in past lives, like, we have shut ourselves down and parts of ourselves have fallen by the wayside, and so this work is like rekindling, rebringing back the pieces of us that we've hidden or lost along the way. And I don't think that, like I said, I don't think we're ever done. I don't think we're ever done. Like, we just keep going. And I feel like if you find your way into my world, that's the journey that we're on together. We're all at different levels. Some of us have a normal of being in minus every month. Some of my clients are doing like £100,000 a month, which blows my mind because I'm like, I want to know. They're still working with me. Like, obviously it works, and everything in between, right? And so, like, this is about reconnecting with ourselves, reconnecting with our birthright to be abundant beings. And everything that we experience in this life chips away at that. And on some level, we kind of chose this, right? We're here to experience the contrast of living in human bodies. But if we can remember, if we can rekindle, if we can reconnect, then that, I think, is the goal of the game that we're here to play here on Earth. So that's my thoughts on it anyway. So I'm glad you are enjoying this. We've got day 5 tomorrow. Literally, it's gone so fast. At the beginning of the week, I thought, oh, we've got ages, we've got loads of stuff to do, and actually we are nearly there. So I hope you found this useful, going deeper into this ability to hold that abundant feeling. When I talk about joy, I'm literally talking about anything to do with wealth, happiness, health, money, love, all of that type of thing. So if we can expand our container for joy, we can expand our container for abundance and money. So have a gorgeous evening. I'm off to have a sauna. Actually, I'm off to have a sauna with a friend. And yes, I'm going to have a lovely evening, and I hope you do too. I'll see you tomorrow for day 5.